Good morning and Hari Om to all. A very warm welcome to the guests, gurus, and all the esteemed representatives present here. I am Sampada Agarkar. On behalf of myself and the entire yoga department, once again a grand welcome to all. Under Sri Hanuman Vyayam Prasarak Mandal, Degree College of Physical Education, through the Department of Yoga, a 5 days international online webinar series has been organized in the memory of Acharya Tryambak Guruji Joshi and Dr. N.V. Karbelkar ji, like every year. This year, a faculty development program has been organized on the idea of recent trends in yoga. Today we are here in the first online lecture session of 4th day. As we all know, our whole nation had a great loss due to the death of India's great Gan Kokila, Honorable Lata Didi. So to give her homage, we all keep 2 minutes silence. So first, let us start the program by worshipping God through prayer. Please everyone close your eyes for prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please open your eyes close slowly. Now I am going to present a brief introduction of our today's chief guest and lecturer, Dr. Sapam Sanatombi Devi ma'am. Ma'am has completed her BPed and MPed from Manipur University. Ma'am has qualified UGC NET in 2019. Also, ma'am has awarded by the degree of Doctor of Physical Philosophy by Manipur University in Physical Education and Sports Science in year 2021 for the thesis entitled Effects of Yogic Training on Sleep Quality and Physiological Parameters. Ma'am has got a Council Award for Position Holder conducted by Council of Higher Secondary Education, Manipur 2010 for securing 20th position in Merit in Arts stream. Not only this, ma'am has membership of FIT Indian Club and many other organizations. Ma'am has also appointed as examiner, invigilator and scrutinizer in various the BPed semester examinations since 2018 at Manipur University. Participated as a referee in the first state level Open Individual Yogasana Sports Championship 2021. Ma'am has conducted and attended many national and international workshops and also participated in many national and state level seminars and webinars too. Many national, state and officiating games and sports achievements are on the name of Dr. Sapam Sanatombi Devi ma'am. Ma'am's several papers are published in Index Journal in 2020. Ma'am participated and presented in various state, national and international conferences and seminars, and ma'am has been presenting many papers on physical sports science since 2015. And I feel very proud to say that ma'am has a former student of HVP Mandal's Department of Yoga for 1-year diploma in yoga education in 2017. Presently, ma'am has engaged in the Slopeland College of Teachers Education as assistant professor in health, yoga and physical education since 2018. I feel myself honored to have this privilege to give introduction of such a versatile personality. I have presented a brief introduction of our today's guest here, and now I request and invite Dr. Sapam Sanatombi Devi ma'am to enlighten us on today's topic, which is breathing as therapy for body and mind health. Please, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Srimati Sampada Agankar, Assistant Professor of DCPE Amravati, for your kind introduction. And I would like to thank Dr. K.K. Devnath, sir, Principal, DCPE Amravati, sir. Then I would like to uh, thank Dr. Sunil Labde, Organizing Secretary, Head and Department of Yoga, DCPE Amravati. As well as I would like to thank Mr. Sandeep sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Yoga, DCPE Amravati, for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this program, that is 5-day International Faculty Development Program. And I would like to extend my thankfulness to all the organizing members of this International Faculty Development Program for organizing such a tremendous program. So before I start to present my paper, let's have Santi mantra. Close your eyes, everyone. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahabiyam Karvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavivishawahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. First of all, I would like to say Hari Om everyone. Good morning, Namaste to everyone present over here in this 5-day International Faculty Development Program. So, with the related of recent trends in yoga, let me present a paper on breathing as therapy for body and mind health. In this introduction part, I would like to say nowadays the COVID-19 pandemic has risen to a global health crisis. It infects the respiratory system, namely the lungs. It also weakens our immune system. It has claimed many lives, making the human society in a state of jeopardy, bringing mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and stress to its zenith point. So in this present scenario, breathing exercises play a very vital role as a therapy for the both our body and mind health. So in this a way that number one, breathing exercises may help to improve from the effect of COVID, and it may also help to reduce the ongoing stress, anxiety, and depression due to this COVID-19, or we can say the Omicron in this present scenario. So before starting my presentation, I would like to highlight some of the quotes which was given by some of the experts. First, the secret of longevity is to keep breathing, as given by the Sophie Tucker. Here, I would like to say, if we want to live our life longevity, then we should have keep breathing. Yes, obviously, everyone is breathing. Without breathing, no one can live. Although, how to breathe or the correct way of breathing is also there. So I will tell all those things in this paper. Okay, then next point quote is all the chronic pain, suffering, and diseases are caused by a lack of oxygen in the cell level. This was given by the Dr. Arthur C. Gitton. So all the chronic diseases or all the diseases like nowadays we are suffering a lot about the for the COVID or the Omicrons nowadays. So all of this will were coming due to might be due to the lack of the oxygen in our cell levels. So let's try to get the oxygen in all these cell levels. Next, next quote is improper breathing is a common of ill health. ill health. This was given by the Dr. Andrew Will. Here also, yes, obviously everyone know that breathing is very beneficial to our health, or it's give them many benefits. Although, if we are breathing in improper way, that is not in a proper way, not in a proper manner, then this might also main causes for the ill health that might be suffer from different diseases. Okay, by these few words, I would like to start my presentation as breathing first. As what the breathing is, it's nothing but it's a process of taking air into and expelling it from the lungs. It is only one process that deliver the oxygen to where it is needed in our body and remove the carbon dioxide, that is unwanted air. And what the respiration is, it is nothing but it is an act or the process of the breathing. It is the lungs and the respiratory system allow us to breathe. They bring oxygen into our bodies, and this is called the inspiration or the inhalation. Or after that, we send it out as the carbon dioxide, and this is also called the expiratory or the exhalation. So this exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is called the respiration. So after that, let's see some of the organs that involve in this breathing process. Number one is nose, then trachea, lungs, muscles like diaphragm. First of all, let's see from the nose. Nose is the beginning process of the respiratory tract, and the function of nose are warm, then moisture, and filter fine particles. Next, come to the trachea. Trachea is tube-like structure, and the function of trachea is responsible for the transporting air for respiration from the larynx to the bronchi. Next, come to the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a seat of internal skeletal muscle. It separates the thoracic cavity containing the heart and the lungs from the abdominal cavity. Then next come to the lungs. The lungs are a pair of spongy air-filled organs located on either the side of the chest, that is our thorax. And this is the picture for the respiratory system. Our air is coming firstly from the nose, then then towards the pharynx, then larynx, then trachea, then towards the lungs. So the brief explanation is over here. This is how the breathing process is going on. So the breathing process starts from the nose, then as we inhale the air into the nose, and it travels down the back of the throat and into the windpipe, or we can say the trachea. So trachea then divides into air passages called the bronchial tubes. These bronchial tubes pass through the lungs, then they divide into smaller air passages called the bronchioles or the bronchial tree. So this bronchiole and in a tiny balloon-like air sac called we can call the alveoli. Okay, then the body has over 300 millions of alveoli in our body, and the alveoli are surrounded by a mass of tiny blood vessels called capillaries. Here, the oxygen from the inhaled air passes through the alveoli wall into the blood, and this carbon dioxide, that is unwanted air from the body, passes out of the blood into the air in the alveoli again. Then this slide indicates that this is how the breathing is related to our body and our mind health. The breath work may seem to be a new when it comes to our self-care, but breath work in various forms has been around for the thousands of years. Breath work has its root in the yoga, and it is known as the pranayama in the field of yoga. So variation of pranayama uses both the physical mechanisms of the body and the power of prana to release the toxins and stress while supplementing and strengthening the body and mind complex. Next, the breathing is a primary vehicle for assessing our prana structure, life energy present in the air we are breathing, and prana is responsible for how we think and we feel in our body. And even health condition can be linked in a lack of prana, that is the breathing. And the breath is the bridge between our body and our mind. This is like a bridge, so we feel physically and mentally affect how we are breathing. So if we are anxious or we feel upset, our breath is shallow and more rapid. And if we are in relaxed or calm, then our breath is elongated and soft. And imagining the reverse is also true. And our breath can affect our emotion and our overall health. And this slide represents that how the breathing influence to our body and our mind health. Yes, obviously everyone knows that the emotion affects to our body and mind health. Let's see. When we are in happy, the corner of our mouth turns up automatically and the each of our eyes crinkle in a characteristic expression. Right. So similarly, as we feel calm, then safe or in rest, or engage in a very pleasant occasion or pleasant social exchanges, then the breathing slows and deepens. We are under the influence. This is why we are influenced under the influence of parasympathetic nervous system. This is due to produce of a relaxing effect. So conversely, when we feel frightened, then in pain or we feel anger or we feel sometimes tense or uncomfortable feelings in our body, then the breathing becomes speed up, okay, and becomes shallower. Why? Because the sympathetic nervous system of our body is responsible for the body's various reaction to the stress, and it is activated in this moment or in this time. That's why it becomes shallower. So less well known is that the effect also occurs in the opposite direction. The state of body affects to our emotions. As many studies have shows that when we are smile, then our brain reacts in kind, and we experience more pleasant feelings or more comfortable feelings. Then breathing, in particular, has an extraordinary power over our mind. So deep breathing gives strength to our brain, then boosts attention span, and which leads to the focus in better or focus in that particular point or the main point. Then it slightly quickens the heart rate as we are in exhale, and the heart rate slows. Repeated deep breathing will naturally bring their heart rate more synchronized with the breath. This leads the brain to release the endorphins. Here, what the endorphin is, it is nothing but it's a chemical that give a natural calming effect or cooling effect towards the body. So here comes the pranayama, as I had mentioned earlier in the slide, that the breath work is used in the field of yoga as the pranayama. This pranayama is nothing but it is the science of breathing. It is derived from the two Sanskrit words, prana, which means the life force, and amaya, which means the extension. So, pranayama is the fourth limb of Ashtanga Yoga, and it is the regulation, I mean, the regulation of our breath. or the control of our prana, that is the breath. So here I'm using this fourth limb of Ashtanga Yoga. Let me highlight somewhat in depth about this fourth limb. There are eight limbs of yoga in Ashtanga Yoga, as namely Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. So while I'm telling this limbs, because the flow of limb in this Ashtanga should be in a sequential order. So this pranayama is in the fourth limb. That's why I'm using this fourth limb of Ashtanga Yoga here. So please don't get confused over here. And it is the pranayama is the ancient practice of controlling the breath. We call every breath and the hole's timing, duration, and frequency. Why I'm telling this timing, duration, and frequency? Because yes, everyone knows that the breathing exercises or the pranayama is very good. So we just want to practice it. We just want to do it. But how frequently we have to do that particular pranayama, or in how much duration we have to do it, or the timing at what time, either it may be in the morning or evening or afternoon, wherever, should be in a way that we have to be consider all these things. The timing might be, the duration might be, the frequency might be. Okay, then the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali defined the pranayama as the Tasmin Sati Soba Saprabha Sayog Gati Bits Dedha Hedha Pranayama. It means that when the posture stability has been secured, it is supposed in the movement of inhalation and exhalation, that is the breath. Okay, the practice of pranayama, why? Because it's to have the stimulate and regulate as well as the harmonize the vital energy of our body and mind. Okay, the goal of pranayama is to connect the body and our mind. It also supplies the body with oxygen while removing our toxins from our body. And this is meant to provide the physiological healing benefits. The general technique of pranayama is that one round of pranayama consists of three phases, namely Puraka, Richaka, and Kumbhaka, as we can use as inhalation, exhalation, and retention of our breath. So while the ratio of this inhalation and exhalation, that is Puraka and Richaka, should be 1:2. And every Puraka, that is inhalation, must end quietly in this manner that we have to inhale deep and end quietly. And while exhalation, that is while Richaka, then we must have slowly uninterrupted and prolonged in this manner that we have to exhale in. Okay, let me give you an example that if we are exhale in 3 seconds, for example, that is inhale in 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and we have to exhale in 6 seconds, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so either it may be 4 and 8 or in this manner, that is 1:2. Okay, next come to the pranayama have different types of techniques. Among all of these, the main or the common breathing exercises or the pranayama techniques were selected over here. That is number one, Nadi Sudhi Pranayama, or we can use as the alternative nostril breathing. Next, we have Ujjayi Pranayama, that is victorious or the ocean's breath. Next, we have Brahmary Pranayama. Brahmary Pranayama, we can also known as the female honeybee hemming breath. Next, Bhastrika Pranayama. This is also known as the bellows breath. Next, we have Sitali Pranayama. This is a cooling breath. And next we have Sidkari Pranayama. Sidkari Pranayama is also an cooling breath. Next, Kapalbhati Pranayama. Kapalbhati Pranayama is also known as the skull signing breath. And lastly, but not the least, Anuloma Biloma Pranayama. This is also an alternative nostril breathing. Here, the difference between the Nadi Sodhi Pranayama and Anuloma Biloma Pranayama is that the retention or the kumbhaka should be there in the Nadi Sodhi Pranayama, uh, and others, that is inhalation and exhalation from the alternative nostril breathing, is should be there in both the Anulom Vilom Pranayama and Nadi Sudhi Pranayama. Okay, next we have these all these I I mean all these breathing exercises can be practiced in many ways. For instance, we can do them while performing yoga asanas, that is yoga poses, that is the asanas that may be flexed towards the forward, backward, towards the right or towards the left, whatever, or twisting positions. We can perform these breathing exercises, and we can also practice them while meditating, and this is what we call as dhyana. In the I just mentioned just above this slide as the limbs of yoga for Ashtanga yoga, dhana, dhyana, and samadhi. That dhyana, during that dhyana also we can practice this pranayama or the breathing exercises. Okay, so the practice of pranayama involves breathing exercises and patterns. We purposely inhale and exhale and hold the breath in a specific sequence. Okay, so these yogic practices are responsible for many benefits of yoga, but the pranayama has benefit of its own. Okay, so these disadvantages are due to the parasympathetic effects of breathing exercises and our mindfulness. Next, this is a slide for the benefits of pranayama. There are various benefits that had proven by many experts, many renowned persons. Among all of them, I just put some of the benefits of pranayama. Number one is it helps to improve the lungs function. It helps to improve in the uh, loosening of our weight. It also helps to improve in heart. Then it helps to improve the mental concentration and mindfulness. It also helps to have detoxification of our from the body. Then it helps to treat the depression, and next it helps to improve our digestive system. It helps to improve the cleaning of our nostril also. Then it also helps to boost the immune system, and it also helps to decrease the stress, anxiety, and depression also. And it also improve the sleep quality and reduce the insomnia. The insomnia is the disease which is suffer up if we are not able to sleep. Next, it also helps to reduce the high blood pressure. Here is some of the pranayama which affect to our body and mind. Uh, Firstly, I would like to put this Anulom Biloma Pranayama. Anulom Biloma Pranayama is a specific type of pranayama in the practice of yoga, and it involves holding one nostril closed while inhaling and then holding the other nostril closed while exhaling. The process is then reversed and repeated. By doing this pranayama, there are various benefits. Let me highlight some of them. That is, it reducing the anxiety and stress. It decreases concentration power, then patience and peace. It imparts the free flow of energy in the body. Then it strengthens our immune system. That is, it helps to boost our immune system. Then it improves the lungs function. It improves the better sleep. Then it also helps to have a better overall sense of well-being. And this is the limitation for the Anuloma Biloma Pranayama. If the person is suffering from severe pain in the abdomen, then please avoid this uh, pranayama. Then medication for the blood pressure, then arthritis and pregnant women, then we have to then please uh, practice with the help of an expert. Then avoid this pranayama when uh, you have a full in your stomach. Then since it will impact the our digestive system. So this is a picture for Anuloma Biloma Pranayama. So let me highlight some of the procedure how to do this Anulom Biloma Pranayama. So first of all, we have to sit erect. The spine should be erect. Then keep your hand as Nasika Mudra. What is Nasika Mudra over here? Let me tell you that we have to flex our index finger, our middle finger, and we have to use this thumb and ring finger. So by doing this like that, we have to inhale from the left nostril, then blow towards the left and exhale towards the right nostril. And we have to be inhale from the right again, then blow and exhale towards the left nostril. This is how I'm presenting a picture over here. Okay, next come to the Sitali Pranayama. Sitali Pranayama, or we can also known as Sitali Pranayama. It's a cooling pranayama or the cooling breath, and it is derived from the three Sanskrit words, that is Sit, which means cold or the frigid, then Pran, which means the life force, and Amaya, which means the extension. All this Sitali Pranayama altogether, which means the something which has a cooling or the soothing effects is given towards our body. So let's see some benefits by doing this Sitali Pranayama. It reduces the stress, then body heat fever, then anxiety, then depression or anger or the stress. It also lowers the blood pressure and relieves the indigestion. Here, if if we wear trust while going to a market or anywhere else, then we can perform this Sitali Pranayama. So let me highlight some of the limitations for this Sitali Pranayama. The people with the chronic ailments like migraines, then chronic, then constipation, asthma, core, and congestion should not perform this type of Sitali Pranayama. Okay, this is the picture for the Sitali Pranayama. For doing this Sitali Pranayama, we have to be same case in the Anulom Vilom Pranayama. We have to be sit erect, then make a tube towards the tongue, that is in this manner, and we have to be inhale from the tongue. After that, close the mouth, and we have to be exhale from the nose. Okay. Next, come to the Sidkari Pranayama. Sidkari Pranayama is also a cooling effect like the Sitali Pranayama. It is a yogic breathing exercises that cools the body and calms the mind. To practice this Sidkari Pranayama, draw the breath in through the mouth with the closed teeth. Then Sidkari Pranayama or the Sitali Pranayama, that is just just before this pranayama. Differs from the other pranayama, other types of pranayama is that they cools instead of warming the body. Why I'm telling this one over here? Because almost all the pranayamas were uh, for the warming of our body. So mainly this Sitali and Sikhali Pranayama is in order to have the cooling effect towards the body. Then benefits of our Sikhari Pranayama. Benefits are effective for reducing the stress, then anxiety, then depression and anger, and controlling of our hunger as well as the trust and lowering the blood pressure also. Then it secretes the hormones in the genital and calming the mind and body. So some of the limitation for Sidkari Pranayama is that people with the chronic ailments like migraines or the chronic constipation or asthma, cold, and congestion should not practice this Sidkari Pranayama. Here is the picture for the Sidkari Pranayama, how to do it. I just demonstrate in this picture also. We have to be close the teeth together, that is upper teeth and lower teeth should be close together and the mouth should be open, and we have to inhale from this mouth, and eyes remain closed with the spine erect, and we have to be exhale towards the nostril. Okay. Next, come to the Surya Vedana Pranayama. So in this sorry, yeah, Surya Vedana Pranayama, the breath is taken from the right nostril. Here, Surya denotes the sun in the field of yoga. So the breath should be inhaled from the right nostril, and the breath is stopped and released towards the left nostril. Okay. So let me highlight some of the benefit for doing this Surya Veda Pranayama. It helps to avoid the old age, and then it eliminates the stomach worms, then remove airborne disorders, then reduce the headache, lower the blood pressure, and lower down the respiratory problems. And the benefit of Surya Veda Pranayama are the people suffering from the high blood pressure should not perform this Surya Veda Pranayama. Then underweight problems, then suffering from acidity, then hypertension or the heart problems should not perform this type of Surya Veda Pranayama because it gives warming effect towards the body. This is the picture for the Surya Veda Pranayama, which will inhale from the right nostril. Here also we have to be sit erect first. After that, we have to be make our hand in Nasika Mudra and inhale from the right nostril and exhale towards the left nostril. Once again, inhale from the right, then block, then exhale towards the left nostril. In this manner, we have to perform this Surya Veda Pranayama. Next, come to the Chandra Anuloma Binaloma Pranayama, or we can also known as the Chandra Nadi Sudhi Pranayama. Here, in this Chandra Anulom Binalom Pranayama is practiced by the breathing through the left nostril alone, and it is expected to have a cooling down or the parasympathetic effects in this body. So why I'm using this parasympathetic? It means it denotes the calming effect towards the body. So here in this Chandra Anulom Vilom Pranayama, Chandra is considered as the moon, and it denotes the left nostril. If we inhale from the left nostril, then it gives calming effect towards the body. So we have to be sit erect, either sitting in any Padmasana or Vajrasana or any Siddhasana. Then make a Nasika Mudra. After that, inhale from the left nostril, then exhale towards the left nostril. Then inhale from the left, exhale from towards the left nostril. In this manner, we have to perform this Chandra Analom Binalom Pranayama. Then benefit of this Chandra Analom Binalom Pranayama is that it is beneficial for both the body and mind health, such as patience in order to have focus and in order to control our body and mind. Then it also helps to relieve from the stress and anxiety. Then limitation for Chandra Anulom Binaloma Pranayama is that avoid this pranayama if the person is suffering from low blood pressure. Why? Because it gives cooling effect towards the body. No, that's why. So I had already mentioned the procedure, how to do it. Inhale from the left and exhale towards the left alone. So this is the picture how the Anulom Binaloma should perform. Next come to the Brahmary Pranayama. As I already mentioned earlier also, it is also known as the female hemming bee breath. It is a calming breathing practice that suits their nervous system, and it helps to connect us with the most authentic inner nature in our body. So the benefits of Brahmari Pranayama is that it helps to calming the brain and reducing the stress, then anger, anxiety, as well as the depression. And regarding the limitation of Brahmari Pranayama, it is limited for the extremely high blood pressure, epilepsy, then chest pain, or an active ear infection, or pregnant or the menstruating woman, and it should not practice in a spine position, that is lying down position. Okay, here is the picture for Brahmari Pranayama. Uh, the first picture that is red in color, it denotes that the Brahmari Pranayama we can perform in this manner, that keep the thumb just above the ear, then the index finger just above the eyes, then middle finger just above the nose, and the ring finger just above the mouth, and little finger just below the mouth. So we can perform in this way, and the tongue should be fall inside, and we have to produce the sound of female honeybee sound in this way, that okay. And for keeping this hand, we might be keep like this, or the another picture denotes that we can also simply use this one, the index finger, just block this ear by this index finger, or either the ring finger, and we can perform very easily. Okay, so let's have in the Kapalbhati Pranayama. It is a pranayama in yoga, and it's a learning yogic breath control exercises. It is derived from the two Sanskrit words, that is Kapala, which means the skull, and Bhati, which means the light. Therefore, it is sometimes referred to as the light skull breathing, or the skull brightener breath. Okay, so as we practice, we can imagine the lining of the skull being filled with the brightness of the enlightenment. Okay, so let's see some of the benefits for this Kapalbhati Pranayama. It helps to clean the lungs, then sinuses, and the respiratory system. It also, if we are practiced regularly, then it gives strengthen towards the diaphragm, then diaphragm which is located just after the lungs, and abdominal muscles, and it increases the body's oxygen supply, and stimulates and energizes the brain, and it also balance and strengthen the nervous system and tones up the digestive system. Okay, so let's understand some of the limitation for this Kapalbhati. The person with the hernia and the high blood pressure should not perform these types of Kapalbhati Pranayama. Okay, and here is the picture for uh, how to perform this Kapalbhati Pranayama. We have to be sit erect, as I had mentioned already before, that each and every pranayama should perform with spine erect. Either the sitting position might be Padmasana or the Vajrasana or Siddhasana, whatever, but the spine should be erect, and Here we have to think that the exhalation, that is Richaka, should be in a forceful, that is okay. So we have to be consider that exhalation is more important than the inhalation. That is, uh, Puraka is less and the Richaka should be there with forcefully. Okay, and the flapping will be there towards the stomach. Let me demonstrate you in this manner. Okay, so with or without producing this sound. Okay, here is the slide that proves our studies that some of the studies which already proved that the breathing exercises give benefits to our body and mind. So this is some of the studies uh, which give benefits towards the body and mind health by practicing of these various breathing exercises. So let's see, in the year 2012, Susan M. Vertis of Harvard Medical School and her colleagues reported that, based on survey data, that more than 20% of American insomniacs perform breathing exercises to sleep better. And they found that after performing the breathing exercises, they get more benefit while sleeping. Okay, next, in the year 2015, the Stefania Doria and her colleagues in Milan, Italy, offers 10 training sessions of 2 hours each, spread out over the 2 weeks, to 69 patients with anxiety or the depression disorders. The training includes various breathing techniques combined with some yoga exercises or some yoga stresses. The researcher observed a significant decrease in the symptom at the end of the protocol. Even better improvement was maintained in the 2 and 6 months later, while follow-up sessions just once a week and some home practice during this period also. And here is another study. In the year 2015, Carl Young and her team at National Yangming University in Taiwan showed that the 20 minutes of slow breathing exercises before bed significantly improves the sleep. Insomniac participants went to sleep faster, woke up less frequently in the night, and went back to sleep faster when they did wake up. On average, it took them only 10 minutes to fall asleep, and almost 3 times faster than as usual. Okay, then in the year 2017, Ashwin Kamath of Manipur University in India and his colleagues studied stage fright before a public speaking engagement. The participants, all the medical students, spend 15 minutes doing the alternative nostril breathing, that is, slowly inhaling through one nostril and exhaling through the other by applying finger pressure to the side of the nose not being used. Compared with the control group members, the participants experience somewhat less stress when speaking publicly. Okay. Here I would like to mention one thing also before concluding my presentation. In my recent study, that is effect of yogic training on sleep quality and physiological parameters, also I physically found that significant effect was found in the sleep quality by using I was using the Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index questionnaire, and on that study also I found significant effect, and on that training also I made some I included some of the pranayama as well as some yogic asanas, and in the physiological parameters also, I found significant effect in the pulse rate, then force vital capacity, then waist-hip ratio, and in the field of blood pressure and body mass in yes, body mass index, I found the maintaining of the normal range. So I would like to say before my conclusion is that breathing exercises gives benefit to our both body and mind health. Okay, so come to the conclusion part. From the above explained studies, it is clearly seen that different breathing techniques has many benefits to in the body and mind health, from many psychological conditions to health-related conditions which indirectly affects the body can be resolved and cured through different breathing techniques. Mental health of an individual is as also much important as the physical health. So please consider this point. And mental health has direct related relation with the physical health of an individual. Therefore, it is concluded that we should perform any breathing exercises in regular basis. This will help us to relieve ourselves from the stressful modern lifestyle and lead to a healthy life. So here is some of the reference I had used, some textbooks and some journals. Here in these journals also the studies were found significant effect. Let me highlight some of the uh, studies. That is impact of deep breathing and alternative nostril breathing on heart rate variability, a human physiological laboratory. Then effect of short-term practice of Brahmary Pranayama on sleep quality and perceived stress in school students. Next, effect of yogic breathing exercises on sleep in a patient with the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Next, the effect of Kapalbhati Pranayama on body mass index and abdominal skin fold thickness. Next, the effect of Sotam Pranayama on perceived stress, then sleep quality, then heart rate and blood pressure. Next study is that effect of yogic pranayama and meditation on selected physical and physiological variables. All of these studies were found significant improvement, significant effective. So I just want to mention that breathing gives benefits that either may be mm, pranayama or the deep breathing exercises gives benefits to our health in the body and mind. So before I stop to present my presentation, I just want to highlight some of the quotes again over here, which are related to the breathing. As number one is, for breathe is life, and if you breathe well, then you will live long on earth, as given by the Sanskrit proverb. So everyone wants to live a long life. So if you want to live long, then please breathe in a very proper way. Then next come to the second quote, that is, whenever you are feeling down, just breathe, as given by the Johnny Lung. Here I would like to mention that if we feeling down, here I don't mean that only the physical feeling down. It also include the physical, mental, social, emotional. Any feeling down just come to you or come to me, then let's have just breathe. Okay. Next, another quote is that while we breathe, we will hope, as given by the Barack Obama. So, uh, a person who is breathing right now, which it denotes that there is a hope, there is a future. So, with this hope, I would like to conclude my presentation over here. Thank you once again. Thank you one and all who are hearing this faculty development program with a passion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Ma'am, we have few questions from our YouTube participants. So,
Yes,
on
please.
behalf of them, Dr. Priya Narendra has called
Hmm.
how many
Hmm.
times Brahmary Pranayama to do every day?
Okay. The number of timing, you mean? Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
the
yes,
number
ma'am.
of, okay, thank you for the question, Mr. Uh, the timing should be 2 to 5 times. I recommend 2 to 5 times in a day. Okay. And try more than 15 seconds. The first would be in the 15 second and gradually try to increase. Thank you.
Next question is on the same for thyroid problem. How much times it should be done?
Thyroid problems.
Yes.
Okay. For the thyroid problems, also, I recommend the 2 to 3 times a day should be practiced. Hello.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So the next question is, ma'am, as you told, Shitali and Sidkari Pranayama, it gives cooling effect.
Uh,
So shall one practice it in hot seasons or in any weather?
Yeah, I recommend mainly to the hot seasons because nowadays also I don't know for the Amravati, but all over the area is cooling. I think so. We should not practice Sitali or this Sidkari Pranayama right now. In the winter, sorry, in the summer season, please try to perform it. Or if you feel thirsty while walking towards outside from the home which is not getting the water, it also gives benefits while you are in thirst or hunger. It gives benefits to our health, so please perform in the summer or the if you feel thirst on that moment only. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You have given a
Thank you.
very important information about different pranic practices which we called as a pranayama, and how the proper regulation of breathing is very much beneficial for our overall health. So, thank you very much once again for your precious guidance on breathing in relation with health. Accept my sincere gratitude, ma'am. And now I invite the Student Council President, Mr. Aniket Sneha, sir, to extend vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm good morning to all. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to all the dignitaries assembled here. I'd like to thank Organizing Secretary Dr. Sunil Lavre sir, as well as I would like to thank today's lecture given by Dr. S. Sanatombi ma'am, which was really awesome ma'am. I'd like to thank all the staff members and the student, and I also I would like to say that whatever ma'am you have given, whatever you have explained today, ma'am you have explained in detail about the breathing and respiration, organs that involve in breathing, how breathing is related to body and mind health, how breathing influences the body and mind, health benefit of pranayama. Ma'am, you have explained about the different pranayama and benefit with practical explanation. Really, it was awesome, ma'am. You are giving lecture also and you are explaining also. Some of the study we saw the effect of breathing exercise in the body and health. No, I especially thanks to all the participants, volunteers, and last but not the least, our technical team for making this function as a grand success. Once again, I thank one and all present in this FDP program. India has lost a great doubter. Her passing away is an immense loss to the nation, and the void is going to be impossible to fill. I am talking about the Lata Mangeshkar. For Om Shanti, I request Assistant Professor Sandeep sir. Over to you, sir.
हरिओम। बहुत ही प्यारा और बहुत ही अच्छा सेशन चला है। डॉक्टर सपम सनातोम्बी देवी इन्होंने ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज के बारे में इतना सुंदर बताया है और प्राणायाम की बिल्कुल डिटेल्स में जानकारी हमें दी है, तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद
इसके
सर।
पश्चात दोपहर 2:30 पर रेणुश्री बंसोड़ यह रोल ऑफ योग थेरेपी इस विषय पर अपना व्याख्यान देने वाले हैं, तो सभी ने हमसे 2:30 पर फिर से जुड़ना है। कार्यक्रम का अंत, इस सेशन का अंत हम शांति पाठ से करेंगे। शांति पाठ के लिए हम धीरे से दोनों हाथों की नमस्कार मुद्रा बनाते हुए आंखें बंद कर लीजिए। शांति पाठ के जरिए हम आदरणीय लता दीदी को भी हमारी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पण करेंगे। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम।
Thank you so much, Sandeep sir. Okay, thanks to all.